Welcome everyone, it's Jira Bro back with another video. Today what we're gonna be talking about is something that we all as Jira admins, need to know. This is about the JQL, which stands for Jira Query Language. Now, you don't need to know some extra advanced JQL queries, in order to create and actually do the requirements, because the JQL is, first of all, it's used to find some, let's say, advanced stuff that you cannot find with the basic search. It is also being used to make filters and apply those filters to the boards. And of course, that JQL query can be used in the automation when you have the do if then kind of a structure. So it's like in the automation, first of all, what you have is going to be a trigger. What is it? For example, like when the issue is being created, if that issue, if that expression actually matches with the JQL query, and then you enter your JQL query, then the results will be creating a new comment that will, that will contain some text, for example. That is also how you can use the JQL query, but it is all simplified. How so? In the Atlassian Intelligence has another feature that actually lets you to write down your prompt, and based on that prompt, it returns back to you a JQL results. Also, another thing that I wanted to point out is that also you have the generative AI that you can use. Now, you can actually go ahead and try it with the ChatGPT. But, of course, since ChatGPT free version is limited to show all of the data that is within the 2022, and now it's 2024, the question is how accurate that is, but it should be. Now, enough with the talk, let's go right to it. So first of all, you're gonna click on this search bar within Search Jira. You go for View All Issues. It's gonna redirect you to this page when you have to first, it's gonna be switch to basic, and now you're gonna go and switch to JQL. By the default, JQL is actually showing the issues that were created in the last 30 days, which is fine, but we're gonna delete all of these things. Now, I'm gonna mention some of the JQL queries that you may want to use, and you're probably gonna use on your work. The first one is gonna be about the projects, right? So when you type in the project, and when you hit the space bar, it gives you the equal sign. So in here, it will show all the projects within my Jira instance. So what I want to be looking for is going to be the Jira Bro project. All right, so this can be the very first one. And when I hit on search, it's going to give me all of the issues within the Jira Bro project. There is no sorting out, nothing, because I didn't want to sort everything out. So that is the very, very basic JQL query that you can have. But also, Now what I want to do is, let's say I want to search for all of the issues that I have been assigned to. So what I'm going to do here is going to press space again, and I'm given by Jira the free options and or order by. So in here I want to be using and. I'm gonna go with the space again. It gives me a list of the recommended things. Where is the one that I actually need in here? That is going to be the assignee. Now for the assignee, there's gonna be a lot more options in here, right? So this one is gonna be equals. This right here is not equal. So it's like give me everything that assignee is not gonna be a Jira bro, or is not going to be a Jira bro, but you're going to use the equals, right? Then you have is not in. The in you're gonna be using if it's within some certain, let's say, group or something different. You have was not in, changed, and all of those things. So for now, I'm gonna be using the equal sign. And when I hit the space bar, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get a list here. So it's gonna show me some things. So these are the system users. What this actually means is these users are automatically created by Jira. So I'm gonna be choosing myself, and when I click on this, I'm going to get this characters right here. What actually is this? This is going to be your unique Atlassian ID, and in here in the URL now it's creating a query. Now of course what I wanted to show you, when you go for a profile, when you see this after the people, when you have the slash, everything behind that is going to be the account ID. So when I hit on search, it's gonna filter only, and there is going to be only one issue that I've been assigned to. All right, so this is it. Now what if I want to show all of the issues, for example, within the Jira Bro project, but I want everything to be showing in the in progress status, right? So I'm gonna say status equals, and now I'm gonna say in progress. I'm gonna search. Of course it didn't return any because none of them are actually in progress. So I'm gonna delete this. Let's say I want selected for development, and I hit on search. Yep, there's one that is in the selected for development status. So this is going to be something that it can use. Of course, what I can do here is I'm gonna say and assignee equals to, I'm gonna scroll down, go for the Jira Bro, I'm gonna search, and there we go. This is actually how you can query and say, you know what, I want to see for myself how this actual user is doing, how many of the issues have been completed, how they have been resolved. But also there could be, let's say, something that is, because when you put your your ticket in the status, right? So those are the categories, because there are 3 status categories in Jira. Those are to do, in progress, and done. So that category of done can have different resolutions, right? So instead of something being done, it could be rejected. But then someone would ask, I want this status to be in the rejected status. Well, actually it cannot be, because, well, the status actually can be created as rejected, but the status category needs to be either from those 3, and possibly it's going to be in the done status category, because, well, there are no more status categories besides those 3. What else do we have? There was this interesting query that I was using when we wanted to to search for the stakeholders and everything, and we wanted to look for the category and all of the statuses within that category. So the query for that would be status category. Now for the status category, you have to equals to. Now you can actually go for the status category of done, because that is going to be 1. And when I hit on search, it's not gonna return anything yet. If I go in progress, actually, it's also a valid query. Doesn't really return anything. Yep, just hold up, guys. Alright, guys, we're back. Now, yeah, so that was the another one with the status category. So within that status category, if it's in progress, there could be a lot of statuses in there, like in testing, progressing, for deployment, etc. So it would list all of those in here. Now, there's also an interesting query that can actually go like this. I'm gonna say description, and I'm gonna be using the tilde option, and I'm gonna say test. Now it's gonna say this is a valid query. Question is what this valid query is. This tilde button, this tilde option right here, it's gonna search for everything that contains the word test. Alright, let me show you. Let me go to my project in here. And let's say if I have anything for description, I'm gonna say this is a test. Let me go with that. I'm gonna save it in here. And if I run this once more, it's gonna show why, because this description field definitely contains this word test. And you can say, okay, it contains the word test, and you can say, well, and assignee. Now what you can do is you can say assignee is, and when you hit the space once more, it gives you this option that says empty. So what this actually means is when it's empty, it's gonna show this as unassigned right here. So if I hit on search, it's gonna come back with the same one, because there's no assignee for this particular issue. Now if I would assign this to me, and if I would search for this, there are no issues, because this issue has been assigned to me and I cannot find it anymore, right? So that is also an interesting one. And there's this thing that I want to show you. So let's go to Google. Let's go for ChatGPT. Right here, I'm gonna log in. All right. Now I'm gonna say write a JQL query that gives me all of the issues created last week. All right. Unfortunately, JQL doesn't have built-in to query issues based on their creation data. However, you can achieve this using the created. Okay, this is correct, because you're using it. You're using the query for created. So this query looks for issues created within the current week. So this first part on the start of the week represents the beginning of the previous week, and the end of the week represents the end of the previous week. Represents the end of the previous week and the beginning of the previous week, right? Let me copy this and let me actually test it in here. How does it work? And here we go. It actually indeed works. So this is how you have it, and you can indeed use ChatGPT to write down your JQL queries until the Atlassian Intelligence really releases this issue that will be available for everyone, where in plain words you describe what you want to see and it will return you the results. Alright, that would be everything for the JQL video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe.